We're back taking notes in our Bible, looking at the kings of Israel and Judah. Some of the most funnest stories to read in the Bible is these kings of Israel and Judah. And we've made it to King Abijah. Now this is Judah's second king. His name, Abijah, means my father is God, but he's also named Abijam. As you see, Abijam's wicked reign. 1 Kings 15, he's called Abijam. Over in 2 Chronicles, they're going to call him Abijah. And the name Abijam means my father is the sea. That's interesting, because over in Ephesians 4:14, it talks about people that are tossed to and fro and carried about by every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, And, he's tossed to and fro. My father is the sea. That goes along with his character pretty good. The length of his reign is 3 years, around 913 to 911 BC. And he began his reign in Jeroboam's 18th year. See, now in the 18th year of King Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, reigned Abijam over Judah. 3 years reigned he in Jerusalem. And his behavior, evil. But like I said, he's tossed to and fro, very wishy-washy. He talks the talk, talks a good talk, but he's not a good guy. He walked in all the sins of his father, which he had done before him, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God, as the heart of David his father. Once again, the kings are compared to David, because he's the standard. And his parents is Rehoboam and Maacah. Something interesting, both of these are from the line of David, both of his parents. 2 Chronicles 11:20 will show you that. So Rehoboam, his father, Maacah, his mother, both from the line of David. As it says, 3 years reigned he in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Maacah, the daughter of Abisham, a daughter of Absalom. You know who his father was. He's the son of Rehoboam. His prophets are Ahijah and Iddo the seer. The scriptures you're going to find Abijah or Abijam is 1 Kings 14:31, 1 Kings 15:1-8. And you find more about him over in Chronicles, because Chronicles really focuses in on Judah, whereas 1 Kings, 1 and 2 Kings, mostly Israel. 1 and 2 Chronicles mostly focuses on Judah. You'll find him in 2 Chronicles 12:16 through 2 Chronicles 14:1. What's he famous for? Who his daddy is. A lot of people, they're famous for who their daddy is. His daddy, Rehoboam. That he's the one that split the kingdom. He's famous for who his son is, Asa. Asa, one of my favorite kings, one of the best kings of Judah. Abijah is also famous for his speech, or his sermon, that he does in 2 Chronicles 13. He's famous for defeating Jeroboam's 800,000 with just 400,000 over in 2 Chronicles 13. And I wanted to show you that in 2 Chronicles 13, it's not a very well-known story that I wanted to show to you. 2 Chronicles 13, it says, now in the 18th year of King Jeroboam began Abijah to reign over Judah. He reigned 3 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Micaiah, the daughter of Uriel of Gibeah, and there was war between Abijah and Jeroboam. And Abijah set the battle in array with an army of valiant men of war, even 400,000 chosen men. And Jeroboam also set the battle in array against him with 800,000 chosen men. So 400,000 versus 800,000, being mighty men of valor. Now here's Abijah's great speech or sermon. And there's some half-truths in the sermon, but there's a lot of good stuff in the sermon. It says, and Abijah stood up upon Mount Zemaraim, which is in Mount Ephraim, and said, hear me, thou Jeroboam, and all Israel. Ought ye not to know that the Lord God of Israel," see, he talks the talk, you see, "gave the kingdom over to Israel, to David forever, even to him and to his sons by a covenant of salt. Yet Jeroboam the son of Nebat, the servant of Solomon the son of David, is risen up and hath rebelled against the Lord." If this is all you knew about Abijah, you'd think this was a really good king, because he does have a great sermon here. "And there are gathered unto him vain men, the children of Belial, and have strengthened themselves against Rehoboam the son of Solomon, when Rehoboam was young and tender-hearted, and could not withstand them. And now ye think to withstand the kingdom of the Lord in the hand of the sons of David. And ye be a great multitude, and there are with you golden calves, which Jeroboam made you for gods." Remember, Jeroboam started his own little fake religion. And it says, "Have ye not cast out the priests of the Lord, the sons of Aaron and the Levites, and have made you priests after manner of the nations of other lands?" See, he made priests for the devils and for the calves that he made. And they wore vestments. They looked like real priests, you know. They looked like a Catholic priest would, probably. They're just really, really wicked men, just like Catholic priests are. Bad doctrine, worshiping another God that's not the true God. It says, "So that whosoever cometh to consecrate himself with a young bullock and 7 rams, the same may be a priest of them that are no gods. But as for us, the Lord is our God, and we have not forsaken him. And the priests which minister unto the Lord are the sons of Aaron, and the Levites wait upon their business." So you see, they got the right priesthood. And you see, it's a good sermon, but Abijah's a hypocrite. He's saying the right stuff, but, he's a good politician. He's really just a big hypocrite. "And they burn unto the Lord every morning and every evening burnt sacrifices and sweet incense. The showbread also set thee in order upon the pure table, and the candlestick of gold with the lamps thereof, to burn every evening. For we keep the charge of the Lord our God, but ye have forsaken him." Well, Rehoboam, he also forsook the Lord, which is Abijah's father. See, it's a lot of half-truths, still a good sermon, and I much prefer Abijah over Jeroboam. It's kind of looking like, the lesser of two evils. Who would you rather have, Abijah or Jeroboam? Of course, I'd rather have Abijah, but he's a bad guy as well. And behold, God himself is with us for our captain and his priests with sounding trumpets to cry alarm against you, O children of Israel. Fight ye not against the Lord God of your fathers, for ye shall not prosper. But Jeroboam caused an ambushment to come about behind them. So they were before Judah, and the ambushment was behind them. And when Judah looked back, behold, the battle was before and behind. And they cried unto the Lord. This is what I wanted you to see. Abijah and Judah, they cry unto the Lord. And the priests sounded with the trumpets. Then the men of Judah gave a shout. And as the men of Judah shouted, it came to pass that God smote Jeroboam and all Israel before Abijah and Judah. And the children of Israel fled before Judah, and God delivered them into their hand. And Abijah and his people slew them with a great slaughter. So there fell down slain of Israel 500,000 chosen men. Thus the children of Israel were brought under at that time, and the children of Judah prevailed, because they relied upon the Lord God of their fathers. That's why, because they relied upon the Lord God of their fathers. Not because they were just great mighty men, but because they relied on the Lord. And Abijah pursued after Jeroboam and took cities from him, Bethel with the towns thereof, and Jeshana with the towns thereof, and Ephraim with the towns thereof. Neither did Jeroboam recover strength again in the days of Abijah. And the Lord struck him, and he died. But Abijah waxed mighty, and married 14 wives, and begat 22 sons and 16 daughters. And the rest of the acts of Abijah, his ways and his sayings, are written in the story of the prophet Iddo.